Hey guys, sorry for not being active for like a long time, and I just kind of haven't been feeling like making and editing videos, and that's really the only reason. But school has also been taking up a lot of my time because it's the end of the school year and all that, you know how it is. But anyway, this is my very work in progress design for Scaramouche, um, for a ball joint design for him, and I want to explain it a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, like the little circle parts at his like elbows and wrists and knees and ankles and stuff, those are where the joints are gonna be, obviously. And I thought it would be interesting to kind of make his classic like outfit part of his quote unquote model. So the lines at the thighs and the shoulders is like his what do you even call that? Like turtleneck thing, whatever, and shorts. It would kind of be like painted on, And also that spine. I love that spine. I made it to be kind of like for easier to him, like to like move around more fluidly and not like be very jittery and stuff. And all the places where there are lines is places where he can bend and like flex and stuff, and I really want to make it like a lot more complicated, like add a bunch of lines everywhere, because I see that with a lot of other people's Scaramouche designs, because I want him to be able to bend everywhere, but I also kind of didn't want to go ham with it and kind of want to make it more simple, like an actual doll or an actual puppet. So I did really kind of make it minimal. The lines that I'm coloring at the shoulders, those are like where he can bend, he can move his arm up and down and then backwards and forwards. And that's really the extent that he can like move anything else on his body too. Like for example, his hips, he has two places where he can move his hips, like the little triangles, which like kind of makes it so that his leg can move inward, and then the two ball joints at his hips make it so he can move his leg around, you know what I mean? So it's not just like up and down, or like left to right or whatever. Instead it can like move in as if the flesh there was like pliable or whatever, and again, so it could like be more fluid and not just so one-dimensional, I guess. The lines that I have on his calves is that so that they can flex, quote unquote, and it's kind of like, imagine you bend your knees and then like your thighs and your calves touch. Like, you'd probably rather have that your calf be able to like go in and squish instead of just two hard pieces coming together. And if you have dolls, you know that you can't make the doll like sit on their knees all the way, because it's just like a hard rock against a hard rock, and that's as much contact as there is. But if that part can flex and it's like more soft, I guess, then it would allow for it to be more realistic, I guess. For his feet, like I drew it so the middle part of his foot could move. His heel could move, obviously his toes, but I didn't want to put a lot of detail in his toes. And so the in-between part, I guess, of the, I guess maybe it's just the ankle can move to, and above the middle part. It's kind of hard to explain without like pointing to it, but I think everything here is kind of self-explanatory, but I think it would be more clear once the color actually comes in and there's a distinction between everything. But yeah, I also made it so that his head could also move inward. There's the line above the collarbones right there, and that's so his neck can actually move into his chest and not just like his head move up and down. Again, I want to make it at least a little bit like realistic, quote unquote. For the back there, it's so like, imagine like you kind of like arch your back and the two halves of your back, I guess, kind of move inward. Like imagine you put your shoulders back and then your shoulder blades move in. That's kind of what those are for. And I actually did put shoulder blades so that he could do that. And I'm not sure if I want those to be like hard plastic yet or if I want them to be like soft and pliable, but yeah. Now for his hand. His hands are probably the most complicated out of everything. On that thumb I have 4 joints, and that's because there are already the 3 joints on your thumb, so you could like move it like a normal thumb, but also that 4th one so that it can move inwards and not just like, I don't know, curl to clamp on something. Just like imagine you have your hand straight and then you just open and close your fingers. Like I didn't want that. I want his hands to actually close in. And the 2 parts that are right next to his thumb also like help him to move his hand inward. And then there's the other part, half of the palm too. And the 4 segments underneath his fingers so that it can also help his fingers to curl in, because that part of your hand isn't just stiff when you move it. Your whole hand moves together, which is also why I wanted to make more lines across his whole design to make it more realistic, I guess. But for now, this is just the extent which I have his design be complicated, I guess. And on the little mini drawing where he has the shirt on, I have a line horizontal to the hand, but I actually want it to be just more up and down, kind of like his back, so that it can like move in when he moves his fingers backwards. But I don't know. I didn't really give his like midsection, like his stomach, that much thought. It's kind of just how I always like draw hips. I draw a line coming up from the hips and then like upwards towards the chest, and I guess I kind of did that to like simulate a hip, but I don't know, maybe it's just a little design thing. And I colored his feet and his calves and obviously the quote-unquote painted part of his outfit purple, because that's how it is in-game when he's as Wanderer, and he has like what are they, like socks or whatever, and then his shirt and his shorts. So that's really only the reason why I colored it like that. It's nothing special. And I hope you like my design.